Okay, hey guys, it's Victor on the Give Me a Flake Man channel. Nice to meet you, Peg. This is the first time we're meeting. How you doing? Thanks for joining me this evening. For those of you who don't know me, quick introduction. My name is Victor. I'm in America. I look this way because I'm of Peruvian, Italian, Spanish descent, Peruvian Indian, so I'm quite a mix of things. I am the self-professed godfather of the Japanese vlogging community. But recently I haven't been feeling very godfather. I've been feeling more like a chump. For those of you who don't know, I was in a motorcycle accident about a month ago, and I'm still just not quite feeling my mojo back, you know? I feel a little bit of pain every day, but anyway, I have a lot to tell you, so let's get started. Now the first thing we're gonna do is a little introduction. I can't even use my right arm, but we got a little Nika whiskey, which I don't usually drink Japanese whiskey. I like other stuff. Jack Daniels is the cheapest stuff I drink, but anyway, we're gonna have a little bit of this tonight with one of my favorites, a piece of cheese, right? This is a 100 yen, 100 yen, can't even open this well. Piece of cheese, and a little whiskey. Now, a while ago on YouTube, I drank brandy on ice, and people gave me shit, like, can't drink brandy with ice. Whatever. I'm the one drinking it, don't worry about it. Oh, by the way, I got a microphone here. If it doesn't work, this is going to be quite a strange video. Okay, let's get to the news. Now, before I go on this, okay, there's a guy on YouTube named Japundant, and he does a weekly podcast talking about Japanese news, which is what I'm going to talk about a little bit today. But it's going to be more related to things that I'm interested in. However, his podcast is very good in that you can hear stuff on his podcast that I've never even, I don't know where he finds it. Like, he must be dredging the internet looking for this stuff. But pretty interesting news about Japan. So check out his podcast. It's Japundant, and his podcast is japantalk.org. I guess I'm going to start with the motorcycle accident and how it's made me see things a little bit differently, just a little bit. So I got hit on October 25th and spent a couple days in bed, went to the hospital quite a few times the first week, and I had a neck brace. And one day I'm walking home, and I have my neck brace, and it's cold, and I'm limping, and I've got the neck brace on, and I'm not feeling very sexy, you know. And I'm crossing the street, and these kids, like 10 years old to 15-year-old kids, like 5 of them on bicycles, are standing there quite in front of me. And you know, I'm from New York City. I would say I got street smarts, and I can tell these kids, you know, they're up to no good. These kids. One of them starts following me on his bicycle, and he's parodying the way I walk, which is kind of hard to do on a bicycle, but he did it. He pulled it off somehow. But you know, he's like a 10 or 12-year-old kid. I don't even know, but I can see him, you know, mocking me. And I turn around quickly, and I grab his bicycle. It's a mamachari, which is a kind of bicycle. It kind of looks like a girl's bike, but it's got they almost all have baskets. And most of the kids use those. But so I grabbed the bicycle basket. I said, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Nothing." I said, "You know, I'm not going to hurt you, but you probably shouldn't tease people who are bigger than you, because one of them will hurt you. So be careful." He goes, "Yeah, okay, I'm sorry." Because you know, it is stupid, I think, for kids to tease people who could kick their asses, you know. But you know, and anyway, and I'll admit I was in a bad mood because I was feeling sorry for myself and didn't appreciate the punk imitating me, and all his kids, all his buddies, you know, laughing at me. I know it was silly. I admit it. And later I saw him, and we're all fine, you know. Like, "Oh, how you doing?" He saw me walking with my wife and my dog later. But anyway, why I'm mentioning this is because bullying in Japan and this kind of attitude in Japan is quite common. And actually, if you look on japanprobe.com, I think it's .com, I'm not sure. But anyway, JapanProbe, look for it. He had this video on his site about how these Japanese kids had gone to a convenience store and gotten hot ramen water, well, hot water. They have like a hot kettle of water there already, always ready. Electric, it's called an electric kettle or something. Apparently they're quite common in England, but we don't really use them in America. But anyway, they're all over Japan. And this kid got, I guess, a glass of water, a cup of water, and went over to a homeless guy and threw hot water on him just because he wanted to. And later, the police arrested him, and he said, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just thrown rocks like other kids. But the point is, it's just to show you the kind of insensitivity certain kids have towards homeless people. But I was talking to my students about this, and it isn't just that kids hate homeless people. It's that parents don't like homeless people because they're kind of scared of them. You know, if you go to a park with your kids and there's some homeless guy sitting on the bench, you know, you don't like that homeless guy. So the kids kind of get this from the parents, and you know, you can't blame the parents for not liking it, because I guess if I went to a park with a bunch of with my kids, and there's a bunch of homeless people there, or adults, not kids, I would feel sorry for the kids. But if there were a bunch of homeless adults, I guess that would kind of annoy me, because I'd have to be, you know, worrying about my kids because these kind of scary-looking, dirty adults are out there. And not, you know, not to be anti-homeless, because I mean, but you can't be pro-homeless. You can't. I want everyone to be homeless, you know. But anyway, it's obviously something that adults have problems with, and the children must sense this from the adults, and I guess they see the homeless as a group of people that you can pick on. Now, why that kid was picking on me or making fun of me, I don't know. But recently, bullying and the way kids act towards each other, it has become a big problem. And just a few days ago, actually, 2 kids mugged a homeless guy for like 230 yen. You know, and this stuff happens all the time. A few years back in Tokyo, some kids lit a homeless guy on fire. It's terrible. But it doesn't just go there. It just doesn't extend to that. There are cases of bullying, suicides almost weekly here. And I know it's been a big deal kind of in America with the homosexuals and stuff. You know, a few homosexuals a few months ago were killing themselves. And I did videos on this on Give Me a Break, Man. But it isn't like Japan isn't trying. I mean, just my purpose here with this video is not to tell you news, but give you kind of, you know, my experience here after 20 years. In the beginning here, when I first arrived here, you never heard about things like child abuse. Now you hear about it in the news. You hear stories about it now. And it was a big stigma to have a psychiatrist or to even talk about mental problems. But just recently, Japan has started a new system where they hand out questionnaires to schools for them to test their kids to see if there are any problems, which is much more sensitive than things were many, many years ago. But anyway, but it's still happening, of course. And just recently, there was a case of a young, I guess she's half. Her mother is Filipino, and she was bullying. And this is one of the first cases of racial bullying. Though I've heard from many of my foreign friends that the weird thing about half kids, some people like to call them doubles. I don't like that term. I think it's silly. Like euphemistic, you know, you're half. Half Japanese and half American. Those are the kids that apparently they get bullied. If you're pure American and you're in Japanese school, they apparently don't bully you. So who knows? But I think it always. I'm sure there are some cases of pure American or pure Filipino kids getting bullied. But anyway, just a little interesting information there about the way kids act. And I do see quite a few bad kids in Japan, but at the same time, I see a lot of really nice kids who look bad. So it's really tricky, you know. Like I see some guy who looks like he's a punk and stuff, and he's like being nice, picking up garbage or being thoughtful. So you know what they say: don't judge a book by its cover. But anyway, about the motorcycle, right? So the motorcycle, it got trashed, and on Sunday I had to go to the motorcycle shop and actually pay to have it haisha. Haisha means thrown away. So I had to pay $200 to have them actually dispose of it properly, which is a pain in the neck. But it made me a bit sad because I've been riding since 1995. The same bike, 400cc Honda VRX, and I had to throw it away. So now I'm riding a bicycle to work, and for the first 3 days I felt like such a loser. You know, I never really thought I was cool because I had a motorcycle, but I enjoyed the looks Maggie and I got, my dog, because she rides on the gas tank. You know, I used to really enjoy the looks that we'd get. People, you know, we made people smile all the time. riding around and people would look out the car window. Oh, look, there's a dog on that motorcycle. And I was happy, you know. I could even say I was proud, but I don't think it was cool. But I was proud of being able to make people smile every day. It made my day to make strangers smile. But on the bicycle, I just felt like some nut, some weirdo, some guy who dresses up his dog, you know. Because of course it's getting cold now, so you got to put a little coat on her. And I put her. So we got this stupid bicycle that, you know, cost $300. That we put a little basket in the front of the bike, in front of the handlebars, and Maggie rides in front of me. And I just feel like one of these, I don't know, just nuts, you know, this guy who thinks his dog is a human or something, which I don't, though I love her, but I know she's a dog. But about a week after the accident, I was riding my bicycle home, and it takes a long time. That's 30 minutes each way now. But this woman is on her cell phone at night, and she's riding a bicycle too, and she's crossing the street, and she's completely unaware that a car is coming because there's like a hedge, and I'm over here, the traffic's coming over there. Anyway, long story short, I can see the car coming. She can't. And I stopped her. I said, "Mada da yo," which is "Chatto, kyotsukete yo." And I yelled at her something, you know, in Japanese to get her to stop. And she stopped the bicycle just as a car, you know. If she had gone, she would have been hit. And I thought for the first time, well, I guess something good has come out of my motorcycle accident, you know. Because I think she would have been hit. I think she would have been hit. Not to say that I'm a hero or anything, but I think that kind of stuff alters, I think everyone's life alters, you know. I'm sure you've done it too. You've done something like, hey, watch out there or something. But it's kind of funny. It kind of makes you think like, maybe that's the whole purpose, you know. And again, not that I think there's a God or anything, but I look for these little, I don't know. I'm looking for meaning in life, and I guess I kind of felt better about getting hit by a car or getting in the motorcycle accident. I kind of felt like, well, at the very least, maybe I saved this girl from getting hit by that car on a bicycle. Right? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna leave this for now. I'm just going to say goodbye now because I've got a whole list of stuff and I don't want to drag this video out, and I'll give you some more. I do want to say that a good friend here on YouTube, Q Ranger, his name is Steve, and he's auditioned for this site called Paradise Hunter, I think it's called. And I'll leave a link below. But for those of you guys who are big supporters of the Give Me a Break Man, Give Me a Flake Man channel, you know that I'm a community guy. You know I like helping other people. And this, if anyone deserves help, and I'm going to say this again, so do yourself a favor and do it now. Just go click on the link below and go over to that site and just vote for him. If he wins, he becomes a paid, I think he gets 52 weeks vacation. He gets paid to travel around the world and do shows. And if you watch his videos, you have to admit the guy's got what it takes. He's a really good presenter and announcer, and he knows how to explain things and present things like a travel guide should. So. And he's a really, really nice guy, you know, and I'd really appreciate it if you went over there, even though he's in Korea and we're in Japan, you know. We should be mortal enemies, but he's a really nice guy. So do me a favor and go over to his channel and just vote for him. I'd really appreciate that.
Wow, Victor, that was an amazing introduction. But I think you're making my life sound far more interesting than it really is. I mean, I'm here on a bus. It's not like I go zipping through the jungle on a wing and a prayer. I mean, come on now. I mean, yeah, I live in Korea, but it's not like I live in a country with real fire-breathing dragons. Or, you know, I've gone to some tropical island and visit temples that are inhabited by monkeys. I mean, come on, Victor. Pull it out of your ass. You know that I am just a normal, boring person. I've never been any place that has absolutely taken my breath away. All joking aside, Victor, thank you so much for doing this little shout out video. If you're watching this, if you could do me a huge, huge favor and visit the link down below and vote for me, I'd really appreciate it. It takes just a few seconds and you don't have to sign up for anything. You just type in a simple verification code and you're done. The Paradise Hunter competition lasts for just a little bit longer, and hopefully I can make it onto the final round. I know I can with your help, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
I've been asked a lot of questions recently, so for those of you who are just joining this channel, who don't know, one thing I do on this channel is I try to answer questions, and this used to be a response channel, but it's gotten kind of out of hand. So I'm gonna continue doing that and go back to that because I think I've gotten a little bit away from that, and just make videos that answer emails or answer questions that you have for me. So I don't expect all of you to watch every single video. I really don't. And even my friends who I've met in real life, I mean, it's like, hey, I didn't see your last video, I'm sorry. Never have to apologize for not watching a video. But if you do like a video, I really do appreciate if you comment, rate, and favorite. And let me explain this for those of you who don't know. The way for us to benefit from YouTube and to grow is with your help. I mean, yeah, the way that we can grow is that if you do little things like just leave a comment. Like I always say, if you don't know what to say, write CERCL, which means came, enjoyed, rated, circled, and left. If you just write that, that alone helps. If you give the video a thumbs up, that helps. If you favorite the video, especially for 48 hours, favorite the video for 40 hours and then unfavorite it. Stuff like that helps. And I'm not just talking about me. I mean, all the video bloggers or the people who do things on these channels on YouTube, if you like them and you want to support them, and you don't want to buy their t-shirt, or you don't want to send them money, then do that. That in itself is a big help to those people. And if you favorite a video, other people will see it and it will go up in the ranks, and there's more chances that video will be spread out and seen by the YouTube staff, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, enough of that. Thanks for watching, everyone. I think I've covered enough for today, but yeah, like I said, more coming soon, so I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.